Hey, what's up guys? It's Pat and welcome back to another mod showcase. And today we're going to take a look at Simucraft. I know you guys requested I did a mod review on it and here it is. This is really an amazing mod. It's based on SimCity and The Sims and you could honestly build like anything. I mean, look in front of me. This is a giant cathedral that the Simucraft people have built for me. And they can actually develop relationships with each other, go mining, fishing, chop down trees, all kinds of stuff. And look at the detail of this place. It's really amazing. There are hundreds of different buildings you could build. And wow, look at this one. There's like a giant cross coming down in the cathedral. And it is completely massive. It really is. I'm going to show you guys a couple of different buildings before we get started. Because it took a long time to build these. Alright, so this one over here is actually the Sears Tower. Which is ridiculous that you can build that. Oh my god, the Sears Tower. And this right here, this is a bowling alley, so you can pretty much build anything your mind can come up with. So yeah, there's a 10-lane bowling alley right here, which is pretty cool. So what we're going to do is start a brand new world, and I think that's going to be the best way to show you guys how everything works. It can be a little bit complicated, but there aren't too many crafting recipes. So let us get started. Alright guys, I have started a brand new world and this menu has popped up in front of me. So you have a few choices. You can not run Simucraft, you can run it in normal mode, ideal for beginners and experts, not too challenging, which is probably what you're going to want to go with. Creative, which we're going to use for this so I can actually show you the buildings much quicker because they build them super fast and creative. So if you just want to mess around, go with that. And there is hardcore mode if you really want a challenge. Builders require all blocks, farmers require seeds, harder gameplay. So the Sears Tower, guys, that was made out of like iron blocks. You would not be able to build that in hardcore mode. It'd be impossible. So we're going to go with creative just to do the review because it would be impossible to show you guys as much stuff as I want to within like 5 hours. So we'll go with creative. Alright, so right when you start, someone will wander into the area. It says Priscilla Hunt has just wandered into the area. And if you look around, she's probably somewhere around. It doesn't really matter too much though. So what we're going to do is type in Sim. And we're going to grab the Simu mining box, the farming box, the marker, and the Simu building constructor box. These are the only recipes you're going to need to know, guys. So the first one, the mining box, obviously for mining. The recipe for it is cobblestone, wood, and a stone pickaxe. The farming box, recipe, cobblestone, wood, and a stone hoe. So pretty easy to remember those two. The building constructor for building the epic buildings. The recipe is just cobblestone, you know, wood, and a crafting table in the middle. And this one right here is for some of the more complicated stuff, the Simu marker. And all you need is a stick and some dandelion yellow, and that will make you 3 of those. So I'm not sure where she is, but what we're going to do is get a building started. So usually what you want to do is put one under the ground like that. We actually need a chest. Nice spelling by me right there. And you put the chest behind it. This is where you put in the materials that are for the build. So I will hire a builder. We can also hire a terraformer, which is kind of cool. I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But we'll get Priscilla Hunt. Click OK. And she should come teleporting in. If not, she'll come walking in if she's close enough. Okay, so you choose a building. There's residential, commercial, industrial, and other. And there's hundreds of choices. We'll go to residential, and there are many different pages. 2-story house, apartment, color house, large house, medium house. We gotta do something pretty cool. There's, Rave house. Let's go with rave house. We'll choose that. Alright, build it for me. And basically, she should come in any second. If not, she may have gotten stuck in some water or something like that, and it will take a minute for her to get here. But yeah, she should teleport in and just start building pretty much right away. I don't know if she spawned like in this crazy crater right here. Or anything really could happen. Alright guys, she has made it here. Is she naked? I don't know what she's wearing. I thought she was naked for a second. Alright, so she's gonna start building the rave house. And if things are in the way, they'll kind of just get rid of it. Like, is that tree in the way? It kind of is. It's disappearing as it gets taller. And if this was not in creative, she'd build it really slow, 1 block at a time. And they basically level up. So if I right click on her, see right here. I'm pretty sure she's naked, by the way. I don't know. But it has information about her. There's a building skill level. The more she builds, the higher that'll go, the quicker she'll build. So in normal mode, she'll build really slow at first. And once she gets up to level 10, I'm pretty sure she builds about as quick as that did. Another thing is, at the top of your screen, if this wasn't creative, it would say Simu credits. And you'd start with 10. And the way you get more of those is from people living in your town. Like, more people are eventually going to wander into the area and move into these homes. Like, she just moved into the rave house like this exact second. This is their new house. Kind of cool looking, actually. So someone may wander into the area soon. The more people you have living in houses, they pay taxes to you, which gives you SIMU credits. And the bigger the houses, the more taxes you get, and it pays for these buildings. So this may have cost like 2 or 3 SIMU credits to get me started. And you actually have to pay them to work at places too. So she's staying at home. It takes the money automatically, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But yeah, this is her house. So what we're gonna do now is build something important. We kind of need like food. The people will starve to death, which has happened to me, to be honest. All right, so Ronnie McBurp. The names are always funny too. Has moved into the area, so I'll hire him. Ronnie McBurp. And we will choose a building, a commercial building. So we're going to go with butchers. And he should build this. Should be around here somewhere, hopefully. And teleport in. And they can actually develop relationships with each other. Like you see right here, relationships. Right now they're just acquaintances, but you know, they'll get to know each other. Sometimes you'll see it says they're hanging out with that person. And yeah, he's got to be around here somewhere. Thought I saw his name for a second. But he will come in soon. What I'm going to do is start a second building. Since she's right here, she should have no problem getting to it. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? Show you guys how to terraform. So same thing. It's a constructor box like that. Put the chest behind it. And we are going to hire a terraformer, Priscilla Hunt. Click OK. Terraform an area. So you have all these different choices. You can go water, land, nature, which is plant saplings. I think we'll do that. I'm not going to show every single thing. This mod is completely massive. It is so huge. One of the biggest mods I've ever seen. It would take hours to show everything. And honestly, it's one of my favorite mods as well. So you can cut grass, flatten an area, make a layer of dirt, freeze water, add water to lava, and collect lava. And this is the like 30 by 30 area. We're going to make it like, you know, 10. So it doesn't take too long. And we'll go with plant saplings. So go for it. Alright guys, so she's arrived at the site now, and she is checking the box. You'd probably have to have saplings in there in normal mode. And here she goes. So she's planting all kinds of stuff. Flowers, saplings. They just plant like everything that they can. And you can grow yourself a nice forest. And it says what percentage they're done. So she's 68% done, and that's why I did 10 by 10. I didn't want it to take too long. So there you go. You can do a ton of different stuff with the terraforming, but that's pretty much like the simplicity of it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to fire this dude. I'll show you guys how this works a little bit more. So, he's supposed to be here. You know, it's not perfect. So I can go to fire. I can just show employees, and it says Ronnie McBurp is a builder, and he's on his way to work right now. Apparently, he's gotten stuck somewhere. Not his fault. I'll fire him. And I will hire her, since she's right here, so it should be easy. We'll go to commercial and build a butcher. You need this to get food. It's really important. She's on her way to work. And she's looking through the blueprints now. Alright, the other dude. I'm going to try to get him over here by possibly building another building. But it's really important that she builds this. Should build really quickly. And then you can actually hire people to work there. So I will put down another constructor box. And hopefully get him over here. So we'll get him. And this time, what you're going to need to do is make a, I think it is under industrial, a cattle farm. Because you actually need meat for the butcher. So you're going to need a cattle farm for that. So please build that for us. Okay, so it says she's just wandering right now. But if we go in here. And some of the buildings, it's really hard to tell. Because some of them build one under the ground like this. So you don't know if you should build it like, and put the block one under like that. Or just build it on the land. And some don't. So it's hard to decide on that. But anyways. We go in here. And this is very important. This like controls it. So you can hire a butcher. So Priscilla, you're the only one that I can hire right now because he's supposed to be building. And she should go in here. She's going to work. And she sees she has meat in her hand too, which is cool. Alright. So this dude, I don't know what happened to him, guys. I'm sure he will show up at some point. More people will come to the town randomly and when people move into different places. So she's arrived at the shop. What she's going to do is she's going to... oh, he's finally here. Thank God. Where have you been? Oh, no, she's there. She's supposed to be fetching meat from it. But there is none. Because it's not built. You can't trust that dude. Alright, guys. He has finally made his way. He? I thought it was a he. It's a girl. Alright. She has finally made her way here, and she's built the cattle farm. So with this one, this is what you do. Alright, so I am going to go over to it, and you can hire her. Click OK. And she should have no problem getting to work, although this did come out a little bit glitched. Every once in a while, something isn't perfect, like a door is like sideways, and you can just replace it. But, where are you going? That is not your way to work. Alright, so she should be heading over there now. She, like, went around in a circle. And, what's gonna happen is there are going to be cows that appear when she gets there. I'm actually gonna replace that fence gate. Alright, so now there are cows here, and one has escaped because I did not have my fence gate down. Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's gonna kill them, put the meat in the chests, and also the leather. So it's a nice way to collect leather, too. And, this girl from here, who's selling the meat to customers right now, she's gonna come over randomly, grab the meat, bring it back into here. So this is where the meat's gonna be, like, most of the time it'll be in this chest. And she's gonna sell it to people, and that's what's gonna keep people from, you know, starving to death. Right now she's feeding the cows, and she'll randomly switch what she's doing. It's kind of cool. She's like emo looking. She's got the, you know, the cool look to her. Alright, so I want to see her kill the cows. Alright, off with their head. There she goes. So she's killed one, and she opened the chest and put 2 raw beef in there. Another lady will come over, and this is basically what you need to do to keep everyone fed. So we're gonna do something else now. There's just so much stuff to show you guys. Alright, so there's some very cool buildings. I want to show you guys, like, everything that is available. Alright, so I am going to put down another one of these. I think I may have to fire someone to have more people, because no one else is around right now. People will move in. Let me see. Can I hire a builder? No. I've got to fire somebody right now. You have to be a little patient, because people do randomly move into town and stuff. So I'm going to fire you. I'm sorry. You did a good job killing the cows. Okay. So I'm going to put this here, and we're just going to go through some of this stuff because it's pretty amazing, and I feel like you guys should know everything that it has to offer. So under residential, there is a ton of stuff. Normal houses, futuristic house, tree house, which is always cool. A library, a tower, guard tower, stone house, cabin, medieval dwelling, mushroom house, a bungalow, 2-story, tiny cabin, a townhouse, and you can see how big they are. And this is the amount of Simu credits they cost. Like, this one costs like 6.44, and the bigger they are, the more they're going to cost. And they're here. Poor man's house. Spacious house. Multi-biome house. That sounds kind of cool. We'll go with that one. Build us a multi-biome house. Please. And I'm going to fire the other lady so we can get a bunch of stuff building at the same time. Like those giant ones I showed you guys at the beginning, even in creative, they took like, you know, like an hour to build. So I'm going to fire her. And you can actually demolish the buildings. One thing you can do, you see this beam me too? This is actually kind of interesting. So one of these Simu markers, I said Simu credits. So you put this down right here. You'd see like it looks confusing, but just right click on it right now. And let's say you want to put this in front of your house. So you say home there, and you'd set new courier beaming point. And it says it has been added. So all you do is whenever you go to one of these, they're in all like the houses and stuff. And you can beam me to your home. So you kind of have a teleporting mod along with this. It's like a free teleporting mod. And now I'm beaming myself over there. So it's very easy to use that part. Okay, so this is the multi-biome house. Is that what it was? So this is kind of cool looking, isn't it? Interesting house. It's that melon right there. And the furnace is burning. There's nothing in it. Kind of cool. So yeah, interesting looking homes. And they can build massive stuff. So what I'm going to do is build something very cool. And we'll continue going through some of the things you can build. I'm trying not to make this too long of a review, but I can already feel it's going to be extremely long. Okay, so under residential, we'll go past that and to more cool stuff. Okay, where were we? So poor multi-biome. Okay, huge stone mansion. Large 2-story house. Huge tree house. Starter house plus garage. Like, you can see these are getting bigger. 16 cell block. An igloo, brick metal house, another temple, a yin-yang home, a cottage, medium house, melon and pumpkin farm, a pyramid. Let's try to get something that's pretty big here. Alright, what is there? 2-story bunker. Like, it is really cool. There is so much stuff you can build with this. Big house, mare house wood, a beautiful country house. Like, it's almost never ending. Let's just go to the end just to show you guys everything there is. Cobblestone cubicle. 2-story double house. And obviously, some of these are really expensive. A cheapy cottage. Look how tiny it is. So you can build some tiny stuff, some large stuff. A lake house. Should we get that one? Nah. Love shack. Apartment. An ultra tiny house. Let's just build that. Build us an ultra tiny house. What does it look like? I'm kind of curious. Go for it. And they are building it. That is the house. And as you can see, this one didn't actually build under the ground like this one did. This one, the block should have been one higher. But for this one, it should have been like that. This is the house. So there's some humor involved as well. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It doesn't even you're not even protected with that. All right, so let me go through a couple more and just get to the end of it so you guys can see every single thing. Oh, someone else did wander into the area. Frankie Jaffa. Ultra tiny house. Oh, here's the last one. 2-story house, small house, wooden house. So yeah, those are all the residential. Let's see what else there is. Commercial. There aren't too many commercial ones, but industrial. So a barracks. We're gonna build one of those, and these are kind of important. So you can actually. Oh, it's almost nighttime. Time, set, day. They can only build during the daytime. They will not build at night. They'll just go home and go to bed. So a barracks is important because you can actually hire like soldiers to protect your village from monsters. It seems like everyone's here but the person I need, so I'm just gonna fire them. All right, hire builder. Priscilla, you come here and build me a. Oops, wrong one. Industrial. We are gonna build a barracks. Build it. There we go. Going to work. So here we go, and every single day you're gonna get your money. Like when it's a brand new day in the morning is when you're gonna get money for your new house. The Jaffa is moving into their ultra tiny house. That is hilarious. So hopefully we'll see them soon. I can't believe they're gonna move into that. So the barracks is built. So we can go into here, and yeah, I should have built this one under the ground, as you could tell. So what we can do is train a soldier. Jaffa, if you can get your ass over here, then we will turn you into a soldier. And soldiers, they have a sword, and they'll just go around and pretty much kill stuff. They're visiting the barracks right now, so they'll go to all the different areas in town. So there's a couple more buildings I really wanted to show you guys. If you go to the other section, this is where the awesome, huge buildings are. Like the cathedral I showed you before. You can see how many Simu credits this costs, 332. So if you go through this section, there is a ton of unique things you can build, like a water palace, an exploitation cube, hillside studio, lava well, aqua house, some really cool stuff. And this section is just as big as the residential section. Get a lighthouse right here, and a lot of this is massive. As you can see, here are the bowling alleys, 5-lane, 10-lane, a railway. And the list just goes on and on. Brick and metal house, portable beach, lair of Vex. I bet that is very cool. And these are very expensive to make as well. You can see this one is 58 Simu credits for the large castle, but definitely worth it. And yeah, this list, very freaking long. Grain silo, Urubos depot, Sim bank, mare house, whirlpool, village well, fountain square, creeper house. It's probably cool. Boathouse, pumpkin house. And yeah, I'm just trying to get to the end to show you guys everything that is available. And there is a lot. Zombie home, modest mansion. It's pretty like massive though for a modest mansion. And it just goes on and on. As you can see, I'm just trying to show you guys every single one. Large castle, fishing nook, small house apartment, tree farm, country church. Does it even end? It really feels like it doesn't. There's a jail, and the last one, the town square. So yeah, there are so many buildings. There's hundreds you can mess around with, guys. So one other thing we can do is pretty cool. I'm gonna try to go near some of these trees here. Like there's so many different things. All right, put down a chest. And we are gonna hire Priscilla. She's been good to us, guys. All right, we'll choose a building, industrial. You can choose a fishing dock, chicken farm. Let's see. A lumber mill is a cool one. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna chop down all the trees around here and store them for you. She's going to work right now. And yeah, they'll build it right here, and randomly they'll go out with their axe and chop everything down. So she's checking, making sure all the building materials are here. And she's starting to build a lumber mill. And there's lots of different complicated buildings like this. And yeah, anything in the way is now... It's now gone, guys. It's not a very big building. So she should almost be done. If this was in normal, it would probably take, 15 minutes for her to build it or something. So we need to hire someone now. So let's see. We can hire a lumberjack. How about... Oh, someone else is in the area now, too. Angela Blueberry. So we'll hire them. And hopefully he'll come over here and he will start chopping down the trees. So Ronnie is going to tree. I keep forgetting that's a girl name. Ronnie. Sorry, Ronnie. So what she's going to do is she's going to walk towards the trees and pretty much chop them down. It's not very complicated. Okay, now for some complicated stuff, guys. We got to do it, don't we? Okay, so the mining box is a little more complicated. So they can build down and they can mine straight forward. First, we're going to show you guys how to mine down. So you need 3 markers. One in the top left. You got to place that one first. One in the right. And they have to be in line with each other, like that. That's why these lines are on the screen. And one right there. So now what you do is you place down your... Get out of my way, pig. Out of the way. You place this down directly in front of the first one. Right there. And you put a chest next to it. Okay, so we're going to hire a miner. We'll go with Priscilla. She's been doing very good. And you have a couple choices. You could keep all the blocks they mined. You could discard dirt and stone, dirt and sand. You probably want it on dirt, sand, and stone. Because, you're going to want the good stuff. Oh, God, she already started. Dirt, sand, and stone. And you could cover it with glass if you put glass in here so no one falls into it. So if I were to put glass in the chest, it would have built over it. And obviously, she is mining down quickly. And at first, she did get that stuff, but now she's just grabbing the iron, the gravel, and the flint for us. So it's a nice way to get materials. You actually can get tons of stuff. You don't have to go mining. All right, there they are. So they're chopping down the trees right now. Got 9 logs so far. They slowly chop them down. So they will mine all the way down until bedrock. Since they've retired mining as the mine has now reached bedrock. As you can see, they've mined all the way down for us. You can make these as big as you want. So what I'm going to do now is show you the other way, which is really awesome. I used this in my other series, and it was my way to get all the different ores in Divine RPG, which are extremely rare. And it worked great. This mod does go amazingly with Divine RPG because of that. Which is kind of interesting, because it's not like the same type of mod at all. Okay, for this one, you only need 1 marker. You place it like that. Actually, we're going to place it in this direction. Alright, let me clear this out a bit so they can actually teleport over here. So I'm going to place one right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this in front of it. Like that. And let me put a chest right there. And we will hire a miner. And you can see the size of the horizontal mine. I could have it 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. We'll switch it to 5. We don't want to keep all block types. Remember to actually switch this before you hire the miner like I did last time. And Priscilla, which is level 10 now. Good job. Alright, they've delivered 19 logs to the lumber mill. They'll be in the chest. Alright, so she is here, and she should start mining. And if you mess it up, which is definitely possible, it's going to let you know. It'll be like, this did not work. You have the thing in the wrong place. You really do need to set it specifically like this, like I did. So she will clear this out forever. It is possible for them to die if they run into lava. Keep that in mind. They actually do try to put out the lava with water. Like, they're going to run into stuff like this, like water. It's going to happen when they're mining. Diggy, diggy hole. So she's going to keep going that way and storing stuff in here. It's great for modded, like, survivals, because they're going to get all the ores for you from those mods that are really rare. So she'll just keep on going. And it is extremely useful. It really is. So what we're going to do now is show you how to farm. It's another very useful thing. Like, they kind of get you doing all those things you don't really feel like doing. Like, they can get you all the ores, all the stone. You can have them collect the stone for you for the buildings. So we're going to get a farm going. All right, so I'm going to put down a... it's the same way as before. So you put down one in the front, one in the side, and one back here. And then you place this down in the front. You get used to it, though. Like, it took me a few minutes to go over this mod again before I started the review to make sure I remembered how to do everything. Once you get used to it, it's very fun, and there's so much you can do with this. It's amazing. So we will hire Who should we hire? Hire a farmer. We can go with wheat, carrot, custom, or potato, pumpkin, melon, all kinds. So we'll just go with wheat to keep it simple. If you go custom, they don't actually plant the seeds for you. Unless you put them, probably if you put them in the chest, they will though. Yeah, we'll just go with, where is it? Wheat. We'll hire a farmer. Angela Blueberry, come over here. And she's teleporting right away, which is what's supposed to happen. Obviously, sometimes during the review, you've seen, like, someone took a little bit of time to get over here. So now she is farming. And sometimes I'm not sure what makes it go in this direction. I would assume it was supposed to go in this direction. But anyways, doesn't really matter too much. She is starting the farm for us. And she will plant it as well. So yeah, there she goes. While she's doing that, we'll take a look at the lumber mill. Like, you can do a whole let's play on this. There's so much to do. So he's put the wood in here. There is oak wood, spruce wood. Yeah, you really can do a full let's play on this. And it would last a long time too, because there are so many different buildings and things you could build. And yeah, she's starting the farm now. So, very cool. And she will harvest it and put the stuff in the chest too. So yeah, she's got that going. Let me see, is there anything else that's super important to show? And you can see, like, on the screen, he's, like, got 12 logs. And every day, the people will take a pay that work at the places. So it's amazing. It really is, like, a massive addition, like, to Minecraft right here. Now they're chopping the tree. Choppy, choppy tree. Makes me laugh every time. People are mining, and they actually become friends with each other. They hang out. Let's check around town, see if anyone actually is right now. Because it is pretty common. I can't believe someone lives here. They live in this house. That is sad. But yeah, no one's around right now. The people, they kind of wander all around the town, and they'll just check out, like, specific areas as well. Like, you can set up a dock for fishing, too. And how's the farm going? This person is chopping it down, and the farm seems to be, pretty much done. Looks pretty good. So I think you can actually get rid of these after you have the farm actually set up. Like, they just needed it to build it. And there you go, the farm is built. It probably would have been better if this was, you know, actually completely flat, because it wasn't. But you can have them flatten out the area by terraforming. But anyways, guys, that is about all there is to show with this mod. You can do so much with it. It's ridiculous. If you guys want to check it out, the download is in the description. And if you enjoyed this review, I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.